Okay, so we left it last time, didn't we? We had everything made.
We've made all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. We've just been waiting for the right conditions to get it done, but
it's still not the right conditions.
It's still not the right conditions. It's really windy outside, we've got really high water, but we're gonna overcome that today. So first job, let's open up the roof to get ready for the access for our new frames. So we're working sort of there, there and there. So we need to get these sheets off. It is very, very windy today. It's going to be fun. Careful on that.
You're scared of these,
scars you for life. Yeah. It's my nemesis.
There we go, we've got wide decks now. There we go. Apologise about the lighting. You know what it is, cheapo cameras. More underneath.
Oh.
Good.
Layers and layers and layers of deck here.
So actually it's there.
There you go.
So have we got enough space to work there, or do you want to come out a bit further?
I think we should have enough space.
So we've now dug out, ready for 4 frames to go in. So 1 in that one in that one, and 2 in that one there. But the water's still coming in very aggressively, as you can tell. But what we need to do now is actually paint the planks behind where the frames are going to go in. So, and then we'll have some dinner, then it should be dry, then hopefully the water's buggered off by then. kind of feels like we're moving. It's kind of like a bit of a, it's kind of exciting. You know what I mean? There must be like 2 knots of tide at the moment. Yeah.
It's always quite hard to like simulate how much like we're moving when we've got a big tide like this, but it's the most we've ever moved, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's dead novel, isn't it, for your boat to like float? What we're not used to.
We used to be like firmly planted in the mud. Yeah. There's no creeks, is there?
So I'm not that good on the Beaufort scale, but I reckon this is a force 4. Look!
Cool. On that one. It's the first time the boat has ever really sort of moved, but we're getting like a lot of chop on the beam, maybe. You can see like little rolls. It's cool.
It's the most I've ever felt the boat move.
Yeah, but then you look at other boats to see how much they're moving, so we're not actually moving that much. What time is it?
Paint your boat time! Well, just a little top bit.
Oh,
I'll have to do that
viewers at
from
home can't even see.
No, I'll have to do most of it from the top. Just getting the bits down here.
It's nice when we get a couple more coats of white on it, won't it?
Yeah. Most of it's going to have to be done from the top.
Yeah, I was watching one of our videos the other day. Probably the latest one, can't remember which one it was now. But I was thinking, what do people think of us when they look from the outside? I looked at it and thought, if I was someone else looking at us doing this, thinking, I'd think they're nuts. Do you know what I mean?
I think we are quite nuts.
But it's like, it's just like sort of the daily thing for us. We come to fix the big daft boat, but then like...
And then we go to work and we fix the little boat.
Yeah, people must think like, you guys are just like off your heads. But it's life, innit? You only get one shot.
We enjoy doing stuff like this. We're not the type of people that like to go out drinking or go to the pub or
no, we don't do anything daft
watch
like
football. So this to us is fun.
Yeah, all we do is watch like boat YouTube channels and fix boats. Do you know what I mean? That's our life.
It's fun though, isn't it?
If we should see someone.
No.
Anyway, we're having fun. It's good.
If we're not normal, I wouldn't want to be normal.
No, true.
Yeah. Cool. Right, get out of my way. I need to paint that one.
Okay.
Ow! Put that there.
I might have got. I don't know if I've got that. I hope I did.
Not like me to bang my head.
No. At least you've got that protection stuff on your top of you.
Hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't got that privilege.
It's a lot of maintenance though, isn't it? Hair?
So it's time to put the pieces of the jigsaw all together. I'm going to start off with number 1. Take it apart, laminate it.
Do you want to give people a recap? Because they're new here, why we've done it like this?
Ooh. So this is the first time we've ever done a frame in 3 pieces. Because we can't steam bend them. Because we haven't got no power. Like, we struggle. We can't put it in one big piece because it's quite a curve on the hull. So we're doing it in 3 pieces because each skinny piece is flexible and bends so it'll conform to the shape of the hull. That's the plan.
And we've also got a scarf on the end, haven't we? So we've got a scarf on the end. Right, so to hold the scarf, we've actually got a screw in the end, which is actually a 316 A4 screw in case we lose it. And then, in theory, we should all go to planche, shouldn't it?
Watch the space right now. See if we fail again. Oh, nah, we can do this. Right.
It's just the cutting bit we need to fail, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, taking it apart. And we've run out of mixing sticks, so I've either got a choice of a copper nail or a plastic knife. I think the plastic knife. Get some gloves on for this. It's going to be sticky, this, isn't it?
It's going to be everywhere by the time it's finished.
That's what I'm not looking forward to when we actually copper nail it. And we're going to be slipping and sliding and covered in epoxy.
Yeah, it's better than paint off a little boat, isn't it? Have you watched our little boat video? Yes,
so for anyone who doesn't know, we are also restoring a little boat as well as a big boat. So that's quite fun.
They're midweek videos though,
midweek, so yeah, go back on the channel, have a look. There is some little fishing boat videos. Right, how many pumps?
So, 3. How long do you mix it for?
2 minutes. Until your wrist gets sore. After about 30 seconds.
So she said.
So did you know these boats, when she was in the original configuration, were sailboats? I say sailboats very as a loose term. But one of the guys from the boatyards brought this over for me from a classic boat magazine. And there is ML 1139. So back in the day when they were going overseas, they didn't have enough fuel capacity to get there. So they actually put sails on them just to help them get an extra few knots to conserve fuel, so they had enough to like get down to the med and stuff like that. You got no head.
What?
I'm showing you wood, not your head.
Ah, it's sticking out. I think it's the way my underpants are ironed. Right place?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, so the first one went pretty good, so I'm going to pop the other one in, then I'll go down in the mud and then we'll get dirty. Right, so we've got the second one glued up. You ready for it, Joe? Mind the right arena?
No, just take it back up again. Okay. It's covering the epoxy on the scarf joints because when we drill the holes in the frames, all the sawdust gets in me nice clean epoxy.
But it's actually come out very well. As in, like, such like a bent piece of wood. Yeah, it was quite a success, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We was a bit concerned about the actual knocking in part because I don't know, I didn't think it was going to go in that easy really. I thought it was going to be like one wanted to go in more than the other and stuff, but they all went down together.
The screw at the bottom really helped them all stay together,
Yeah.
didn't it?
They worked as a team, didn't they?
Like us.
Sort of like us.
We had someone comment the other day, And I think I'll answer this now, asking like, do we get on this well, or is it just show for the camera?
Yeah, we're just good actors, aren't we?
We do actually genuinely get on really well.
Yeah.
I think we'd have to, because like we're together 24/7. I don't like it when I'm not with Simon, and I'm sure he feels the same when I'm not with him.
I'm the opposite.
Do you want to tell a story about how well we work together?
No. Hang on, I'm using this camera. I'm not usually allowed to use it, but Gemma's full of glow and stuff like that. What was I getting on then? Have I got white over my face, or is it this camera? It's this camera. I know it's freaking me out because it's looking at me. So do we get on well? Yeah, we do get on well. I think you have to get on well. Life's about compromise. Not one person is always correct. We all cock up, so we all like make mistakes, but we all like learn to adapt and go, oh well, made a mistake, try not to do that again. And that's just about life, isn't it? Relationships. You know what I mean?
I think we are very privileged, like how well we get on, and
I don't know, we have our moments.
yeah, but everyone does.
Yeah.
But we don't actually. We'll have our moments, but we don't actually fight or like get upset with each other.
No, I'm just good at shutting up.
Doing as it's told.
And putting makeup over me like black eyes and stuff.
You cheeky.
Never mind. Yeah, it's all good. Right, what are we up to now? Right, so what I need to do is get me kit on and then get myself outside and get in the mud.
And then get your kit off.
Because
you'll be full of mud.
Okay, fair enough.
You're not lucky.
Well, hang on, that was my other wife.
You couldn't afford two of us.
No, could I? Would I? I bet she wouldn't even like boats, would she?
No.
She wouldn't.
She wouldn't, as if you know her.
I've already asked her. Do you like boats? No, piss off then. Next. I have to stick with the other one.
Oh. Do you know it's actually our like anniversary next week?
Is it?
Of when we met?
Right, see, I don't do dates, anniversaries. I don't even know what date is most of the time.
Obviously this will be after. So on the 31st of March, we've been together 16 years.
Okay. It's just another number to me. Yeah, but it's just a load of crap, isn't it? See, I don't do stuff like that, birthdays and stuff. If you want something, we'll buy it now. Do you know, like, yeah. I'm not saying we're rich, but if we could have, you know, we're always like, what do you want for your birthday? I don't want anything, I want to go and fix my boat.
Apart from Mother's Day, when the week before I give about 10 hints. Also, yeah. For Mother's Day is chocolate.
She's not my mum. No, but seriously.
So guess what I got for Mother's Day?
Oh.
None.
You Amelia bought you some chocolate.
Amelia did?
Yeah, exactly. You're her mother. Anyway, we're not getting into this. See, this is
like the extent of our arguing, isn't it? Yeah. Where we like put our points together, but we just still take the piss.
This episode's gonna like
drag on, and
right,
come on, stuff to do.
I hope the water's gone out. It'll be a struggle to get this ladder out, I think. It's just hang on, it's going down. And then hopefully straight onto my mat.
Surfboard.
Look at that! Oh, that's going to be great, that nail, and then looking at it.
Are you going to hold the dolly back? Because when you put a bit of pressure on, you're going to go flying.
That'll be fine.
Did you bring yourself a claw hammer?
Yeah, first me a little handy bag, please.
Oh, it's heavier than my handbag.
Oh, man, I've got all those. Look at that. I did it at my table, I've got my exhaust. Alright, so they're all sent home now. We always sink them in a bit because in the future we can always get a bit of filler on them then, can't we? And smoothing them out. So what we're going to do now is number them. So there's no confusion. So if you imagine when Gemma's inside and I'm outside and we're like, right, hit that one. And we're like, well, which one? So, okay, I've now got myself a little Sharpie, come from the gods. So how do you want to number them? Do you want to start from the top? Start from which one? The aft one, right, so we're going to start from the aft. What number should we start with? One? That's boring. Okay, so 1, 2.
3.
Yeah,
4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in this frame.
That will wind her up now. Right, call us 15, yeah?
No, it's 14. Who can't count me or you?
Huh?
Who can't count me or you?
Alright, so now I've got the easy job now. Gemma's got to do all the knocking and cutting. All I've got to do is make sure this is on the right one at the right time. Easy. Number 1 aft. Okay, number 1 aft. Number 2 aft, yeah. Okay. Alright, so Gemma's now knocks all the ropes on, so it's one time I have a break. I usually go for a little wander. Don't tell Gemma though. It's quite beautiful, shame out of the wind. Can't really tell it's windy, can you?
Can't get me fucking tool off. You got a hand there? Yeah. Rove too many at the same time, so I've mushroomed the ends and got it stuck.
Right, so Gemma's now roved them, cut all the nails off. Now all I've got to do now is hold the dolly now on the outside while she does her business on the inside. Right, number 1. $10, yeah. 14.
So, unlucky number 13. I can't get me tooling to get it centre. So I think I'm going to have to do it by hand, but I'm going to have to just trim the bottom of the rove. Right, let's see how quick we can get the next two in. And they're in.
Anyway, right, so we're just leaving the boat, and with all the wind and very, very high water today, we've noticed one of our lines is really, really tight on the starboard side. But then we looked all the way down, and then we saw another boat is tied to our anchor. So our anchor's here, pulling on Sarinda, or Sarinda's pulling on the anchor, but someone's tied their line to the top of the anchor. So basically, we've been blown this way today, so they've pulled our anchor out. It's not ideal, so we're going to go have to rectify it. Heavier than it looks.
So a little tip about anchors, they don't work two ways. Are you okay?
It's been a hard day.
Bit slippy though. You look fed up.
I am fed up. It's like, you don't need this, do you? They're not the diggers, eh?
You are. It's not what you need on like a 6 on a Friday. Okay, anchor's done. Oh, that was a hard day, wasn't it?
Chaotic. But we achieved quite a bit.
We did. And now it's freezing. Someone needs a bath, so
Yeah, definitely.
we're off home. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
So guys.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're looking at a way to support the project and want to own your own piece of history, our limited edition wooden copper nails, plaques are back in stock, and with every purchase we work with Stump Up for Trees and plant a tree on your behalf. Thanks for the support. See you all next week.